watching Sam TV.
Africa, a land of growth, rhythm, and resilience.
Where every thread of the fabric tells a story.
Every beat of the drum echoes heritage.
And every voice carries the soul of generation.
We are Africa, bold, beautiful, and timeless. At Sam TV, we don't just tell African stories.
We celebrate it in every color, sound, and tradition.
From the past that shaped us
to the future we proudly define.
Sam TV, Africa, seen, heard, celebrated. Sam TV, Pulse of the Nation.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together. Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Super cash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door. It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services, endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. Partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses. Just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy, and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement. Moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
Every day begins with a need to move.
From the boardroom to marketplaces, we bring to you stories that shapes the market, driving enterprise and influencing the economic decisions. You're welcome to Super Media Television Business Dailies. And I am Herbert Naftali Bandawa with the news. The chairman of the Nigerian Revenue Service, NRS, Dr. Zak Adedeji, has dismissed concern that the new tax reform framework could be used to marginalize political opposition or target individuals based on political affiliations. Adedeji emphasized that the reforms are driven by national interest and institutional accountability, guided by transparency and due process, as well as the commitment to building strong institutions. The tax reform agenda, according to him, is set to correct structural weaknesses in the tax systems, improve fairness, and create simplified and predictable compliances with an environment. Adedeji stated that the NRS is working to institutionalize systems that promote accountability, automation, and stronger governance safeguard, as well ensuring administration that is guided by law rather than individual judgment or political influences. The NRS chairman added that the reform journey prioritized trust between the government, the taxpayers, as well noting the confidence grows when citizens are assured of the tax policies that are not shaped by partisan considerations but the administrative approach. He focuses on expanding growth opportunities and strengthening public finances, as well creating a system where citizens see clear relationship between taxes paid and public service improved. The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, has made a significant stride in deepening the country's blue economy through strategic plans and reforms. Under the leadership of the Director General, Dr. Dayo Moberola, NIMASA has achieved notable milestones, including Nigeria's return to International Maritime Organization, that is IMO, Council over a 15 years absence. This achievement reflects the country's growing influence in global maritime governance and commitment to maritime safety, security, and environmental stewardship. The NIMASA's effort has also led to zero piracy incidents in Nigerian waters, and thanks to the Deep Blue Sea project, which has enhanced maritime security and strengthens investors' confidence. The agency has received commendations from the presidency, the maritime institutions, labor union, and industry stakeholders for its reforms-driven agenda, which focus on maritime safety, capacity development, and regulatory efficiency. The agency's alignment with the federal government blue economy agenda and growing international recognition position it strongly to even greater impact in the year ahead. NIMASA enters 2026 well-positioned to consolidate gains and further advance Nigeria's standings as a leading maritime nation. The Nigerian microeconomic reforms are yielding positive results, and according to Taiwo Oyedele, the chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, the reforms implemented by the federal government have led to a trade surplus, a unified forex rate, clearance of forex backlogs, and increased forex reserves. Additionally, the Nigerian can now use Naira cards for international transactions abroad. The reform have also improved the country's fiscal position, with tax to GDP ratio rising to 13.5% and debt service to revenue dropping below 50%. The removal of the petrol subsidy has led to the product availability, moderating inflation and easing interest rates. And in the oil and gas sectors, crude oil and gas production have increased, oil theft has decreased, and investors' confidence has improved. The reform has also served as a sovereign credit rating upgrades and stronger investors' confidence. The rating agency, as well as the Fitch Moody's standards to poor, have acknowledged Nigeria's reform progress, citing improved fiscal discipline and forex transparency. The Nigerian successfully Eurobond issuance of $2.35 billion with $13 billion in orders, and a testament to the country's growing credibility. The Nigeria's economic reforms led by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu are restoring confidence in the economy. According to the former CBN Deputy Governor, Tunde Lemu, the inflation is trending downward as exchange rates have stabilized. Although the cost of living remains high, the new policy aims to ease the burden on low-income earners while ensuring fair contributions to those better positioned. Lemu noted that the security concern persists despite effort by security agencies and regional initiatives like Amotekun Corps. However, the new counter-terrorism measures are yielding results, and a potential security threat in Ogun State was prevented through the timely intervention. The Ogun State is positioning itself as a major economic corridor with 22 universities, a growing industrial clusters, and abundant natural resources. Lemu emphasized the need for wise management, competent leadership, and unity among citizens to accelerate development and improve well-being. Hess Energies Limited is set to consolidate its growth in 2026, following a strong performance in the year 2025. The company achieved two major milestones in December 2025, including a $750 million financing transaction with Afrexim's banks and the acquisitions of 20.07% equity stakes in Seplat Energy PLC. The strategic investment deepens indigenous participation in critical economy and acts in reinforcing Hess Energy's confidence in Africa's energy sector. The Hess Energies prioritize safety, operational efficiency, and stakeholders' engagement in the year 2025, while achieving 1,780 LTI-free days and over 9 million LTI-free man-hours. The company restored production from inactive assets, achieved peaks gas productions of 135 mmf per day, and double gas supplies to key power customers, while contributing to domestic power generation. The company's financial performances was resilient, with a 10% year-on-year revenue increase, meeting the lender obligations and maintaining a low unit operating cost. Hayes Energies aims to build on its foundations, as well protects asset integrity, deepen partnerships, and deliver reliable energy with high safety and governance standards in the year 2026. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is reviewing its rules to encourage small and medium enterprise to listings on Nigeria Stock Exchange, aiming to deepen the capital market and stimulate economic growth. The SEC Director General, Dr. Emomotimi Agama, announced this initiative focusing on incentivizing listings from manufacturing, automotives, pharmaceuticals, and finished goods sectors. The SEC will prioritize mobilizing long-term capital to bridge Nigeria's infrastructure and sectoral financing gaps, while streamlining regulatory frameworks and promoting innovative financial instruments. The Commission will facilitate infrastructure bonds, green bonds, and municipal bonds to attract domestic and international capital for roads, power, rails, housing, and digital infrastructure. The SEC also plans to promote agro-businesses, introducing tailored windows for agricultural cooperatives, and to revitalize real estate investment trust to unlock capitals for mass housing delivery and new investment opportunities. These initiatives aim to support Nigeria's economic growth, create jobs, as well improve food security. The Nigeria House reaffirms its commitment to strengthening strategic trade and economic partnership with China, while building on the progress made in the year 2025. The relationship was elevated to a comprehensive strategic partnership in September 2024, following the President Bola Tinubu's state visit to China. The cooperation has expanded in areas like infrastructure development, trade, investment, technology exchange. And the partnership is guided by Nigeria's foreign policy principles and including respect to sovereignty and territorial integrity. The federal government upheld the One China principle as the foundation for a diplomatic relationship with China, as Nigeria aims to consolidate and deepen the partnerships in the year 2026. Focusing on economics diversification, infrastructure delivery, and human capital development. The partnership is expected to mature with sustained engagement and shared commitment in ensuring lasting outcomes that advance a shared future for China and Nigeria. The emphasis will be on cooperation while supporting Nigeria's development priorities, which include technology transfer and long-term sustainability. The credit to the economy in Nigeria rose to 1.7% to 100.98 trillion in November 2025, driven by the 6.4% increase in credit to government. The credit to private sector also grew slightly to 0.26 to 776.4 trillion. The Central Bank of Nigeria reported the growth in its money and credit statistics for November 2025. The increase in domestic credits is reflected in banks' reserves, which declined for 2 consecutive months to 30.9 trillion in November. The money supplies increased by 3.2% to 120.94 trillion. The Debt Management Office (DMO) reported the total public debt outstanding at 152.40 trillion, that is at 33.98% of the GDP. And at the end of June 2025, the CBN's macroeconomic outlook for 2026 projects reduced impact of exchange rates charges on public debt as the exchange rate mobilizes. The federal government revenue was 34.82 trillion in the year 2025, with 21.98 above 2024 revenue. driven by oil sector recovery and policy reforms. The Nigerian Ministry of Solid Minerals Development recorded a 337 increase in revenue, is rising to over 70 billion in 2025 from 16 billion in 2023. Under the Minister Dr. Dele Alake's leadership, the growth is attributed to reforms and strategic policies that have repositioned the mining sector and attracted global interest. The revenue increased to 16 billion in 2023 to 38 billion in 2024. The ministry implemented a 7-point agenda focusing on reforms, transparency, and local value addition, as it revoked 1,633 mining licenses in 2013 and 924 dormant licenses in 2024. The revised community development agreements, as well the guidelines on illegal mining, is being addressed through mining marshals and nationwide satellite surveillances expected to commence in the year 2026. The sector attracted $1.5 billion in foreign direct investment since 2023, with lithium processing plant emerging and a $400 million rare earth metal facilities plant. The Nigerian push for local values addition led to the formation of the Africa Minerals Strategy Groups, with Alakes as its chairman. The reforms will be consolidated in the year 2026 to make solid minerals a major contributor to Nigerian GDP. The Nigerian Exchange Market Limited has reached a milestone in its market capitalization, with the cross of 100 trillion marks for the first time, closing at 101.80 trillion. This reflects a sustained investors' confidence and a strong performance across key sectors, driven by increased participation from domestic and foreign investors. The price appreciation in large capitalization stocks, as well, the rally was driven by strong buying interest in stocks like Cadbury Nigeria, Fitcon Healthcare, and Champion Breweries, while reflecting the traditional January effect. The investors' sentiment strengthens, with the market breadth improving to 9.13 as 73 equities recorded gains, access with 8 decliners. The Nigerian Forex Group's GMD as CEO Temi Papula says the milestone signals renewed investors' confidence and the market growing depth and resilience. Nigerian Exchange Limited CEO Jude Chiemeka noted that the strong participation across banking, industries, and consumers' stocks, alongside rising trading volumes, indicating growth investors' confidence. The equity investors on the Nigerian Exchange Limited gained 2.05 trillion in 4 trading days of the weeks, sustaining the 2025 year-end rally. The investors focus on fundamental strong stocks in banking, ICT, and consumer goods sectors. The Nigerian Forex market capitalization surged to 99.938 trillion from 97.890 trillion the previous weeks. The Nigerian Forex All Shares Index rose by 1.9% to 156.492 points. The total turnover was 7.821 billion shares, worth 134.471 billion in 150.799 deals, with the financial service industry leading the activity chart. The ICT industry and consumer goods industries followed with a significant turnover. Analysts and the Invest Data Consulting says the market enters the 2026 with a robust infrastructure and a deepening investors base, needing to translate the plans into an execution and policy actions to support Nigeria's economic ambition. The Helios Investment Partners has sold its 75% equity interest to Axela Limited, to Blue Skulls Gas Infraco Limited, and consortiums of Nigeria's and international energy players. The deals also shows Sojit Corporation exercise as it tags along with the right to exit alongside Helios Marketing, marking a full ownership transaction to Blue Coals. The Axelas has grown into a major gas and power distributors in Nigeria under Helios ownerships. Helios partners Nitin Cowles said that they are proud of the Axelas achievements and believe the Blue Coals is the right partners to support the company's ambition. Blue Coals director Dolu Olubenjo described the Axelas as a high-quality axis with strong fundamentals, planning to support operational expansion and contribute to regional as well energy transition. The sales marks one of the most significant private equity exit in Nigerian energy space, while reflecting growing investors' interest in gas infrastructures. The Axelas operates Nigeria's first privately owned gas pipelines network, delivering gas to over 180 industrial and commercial clients, while giving the Blue Coals a strong platform to scale and deepen regional reach. The US dollar's inflows into Nigeria's official forex exchange market fell to 20.67% week on week, with $593.70 million foreign portfolio investment. The inflows plunged 72.91% to $46 million, while foreign direct investment dropped to 81.87%, with $7 million indicating global investors' cautions about Nigeria's macroeconomic outlooks. The local sources dominated the forex supply, contributing to 82.95% of the total inflows, with individuals as well the CBN and exporters and importers leading. The Naira appreciated to 0.88% at the official window to 1,430.85 over a dollar, but weakened to 1,490 over a dollar in the parallel market. The Nigerian gross external reserves rose to 0.58% to 45.50 billion. The analyst has projected Nairas will trade within 140 to 150 per dollar in the year 2026. As supported by the higher oil production and improved export-driven the forex liquidity, durability, stability, demands on policy consistency, investors' confidence, fiscal discipline, and transparent forex framework, while attracting long-term foreign capitals. The Nigerian stock market reached a market value of over 100 trillion on January 5, 2026, with all-share index surging 2,725.8 points to 1,590.218 top gainers, which include the NSL Tech Champions and Fitcon Oil hitting the 10% daily gains limit, while trading volume increased with Tantalizers and Zenith Bank leading in activities. The market at 1.74% daily gains reflect strong investors' confidence, with the ASI above 159,000 and the year-to-date returns at 2.32%. The large cap stocks like Aradels International's Brewery and Nigerian Breweries saw notable gains. The financial sectors like the Access Corps, Zenith Bank, GTCO, and UBA has posted increase. The market performances indicate the high investors' optimisms with the broad-based grains access sectors. A breach of the 100 trillion market gaps level signals and sustains market strength. The analyst expects the markets to continue rallying and targeting above 160,000 points if buying interest remains sustained. Fidelity Bank has successfully raised between 250 billion and 270 billion to 450 million. We're now going to take a short break from our commercials. We'll continue with exciting stories when we come back.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised.
Africa, a land of growth, rhythm, and resilience.
Where every thread of the fabric tells a story,
Every beat of the drum echoes heritage.
and every voice carries the soul of generation.
We are Africa, bold, beautiful, and timeless. At Sun TV, we don't just tell African stories.
We celebrate it in every color, sound, and tradition.
From the past that shaped us.
To the future we proudly define.
Sun TV, Africa, seen, heard, celebrated. Sun TV, cause of the nation.
In compliance with the above contribution to the business, we continue with the news. The government of Nigeria has called on the general public to give room for the access in all the NRS contribution so that the flames work will go in the light way, and also to support the government in actualizing the dream, in capitalizing on all the activities of the nation. This brings us to the end of the business news for today. I am Herbert Naftali Bello. Wish you a good afternoon.